Thank you, Wendy. How do you become an independent worker of choice? How do you become that person that people reach out to and the person that people reach out to and they want to work with you and you want to work with them? When this presentation was put together months ago, and at that time, I had planned to talk about the future of work. With a pandemic going on right now, guess what? It's a little hard to sit back and predict or even talk to you about the research that has been occurring about the future of work and where we're going to be in 2020 and 2025, and how many people would be independent workers by choice and how many people would become independent workers for a period of time before they went back into corporate America or corporation anywhere in the world. But with the pandemic that's going on right now, it's a little hard to talk about what work is going to look like in a month or 2 months or 3 months. The one thing I will guarantee is many people will become independent workers. And if you're already an independent worker, there's going to be work out there for you. That's not going to change. So today I'm going to talk about some characteristics of top independent workers. And many of the characteristics work for anybody, whether they're working for a corporation or they're in transition. So I'm going to spend some time talking about characteristics of top independent workers. And it's great to have these characteristics, but another key is making sure you can be found. You know, when I work with people who are going out on their own, we discuss a number of things. And I always mention you need to focus and spend time networking where your ideal client is. But there's another part of that equation, and that is having some essentials in place so that people can find you. So that if you're that independent worker of choice, people can reach out to you, and it makes your life a lot easier. My goal when we're done is to have you walk away with at least one action item, one thing that you can do to move yourself forward, and one thing you can do today, not tomorrow or the next day, but something that you can do today. So let me start by talking about the characteristics of top independent workers. One of the first things is you need to be able to define why you want to become an independent professional. Is it because of lifestyle? Is it because you like to continually learn? So start by taking a step back and performing an assessment, and perform an assessment with these three questions. Why do you want to become an independent professional? And you say, I don't know. I'm going to suggest you take a step back and think hard, because becoming an independent professional is hard work. It's not without risk. The second thing I recommend you think about is, how do you define success? Success on your terms, not somebody else's terms, but success on your terms. And the third question to ask yourself, why do you want to be known? What do you want to be known as? Ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? What do you want people to know you for providing? How are you going to be that go-to person? What does it mean to be a go-to person? So ask yourself those questions. Start by asking yourself those three questions before you do anything else, because this is going to tie, believe it or not, to your success. If you can't define or explain why you want to become an independent professional or what you want to be known for, it's very possible that you are going to struggle as an independent professional. So that's where you want to start, but that's mild. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next top two key characteristics. Independent professionals have to be very clear as to their focus, their why and their what, and who is their ideal client. Who do they want to work with and who wants to work with you? When I talk about focus, this is that one thing that you want to become known for, that you want others to sit back and say, hey, I have a network problem. This is who I want to reach out to. Or, we're implementing a CRM system. This is the key person I want on the team to help us with that CRM system. Or, we're establishing a PMO. And I've established PMOs. And guess what? There are a few key people out there who are experts at it. You want to be that expert if that's what you want to do. So you want to hone in on your what and why do you want to do that. People have come to me and said, well, I want to focus on this because I know there's a need. And that's great because you want to know that there is a need. And because if there's a need, people will pay you. But the other thing you want to hone in on is, do you want to do it? And when I dive down and I ask the person, well, is this something that you want to do? And I hear, no, not really, but I know they'll pay me. I take a step back and say, maybe you really need to rethink your focus. Because if it's not something you really want to do, you're going to struggle. The other thing you want to deal with is, who is your ideal client? Who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with large corporations or small businesses? Do you want to work in a particular industry? Do you want to work in a culture that's socially responsible? You need to think about your ideal client from both a tactical point of view, but you also want to think about them from a cultural point of view. You want to think about the tangibles and the intangibles. I tell a story that when I was working for Big Four, and I have over 10 years of Big Four experience, I was asked to start a new group. And the partners came to me with a number of clients or potential clients that might be interested in what we had to offer. And over time, I realized the clients I wanted to work with and I wanted my team to work with were not necessarily the top clients that some of the partners wanted to work with. And it came down to the culture of the organizations and how the clients treated the people that worked with me. So the first thing you want to do, the top characteristic is an independent worker is very clear as to what is their focus and their ideal client. The second thing is they're clear as to their point of view. Everybody has a point of view. You might have to pull it out of you, but your point of view is your differentiator. It's how you move somebody from where they are today to where they want to be. Sounds easy, and it's not hard to come up with your point of view, but you need to have a point of view. I spoke to somebody the other day who was debating on going out on his own or looking for a job. And he's in the IT industry. And as we spoke, his comment to me is, well, I have 3 or 4 things that I can do.
Hi there. Hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.